Once upon a time, in the deep, mystical waters of an ancient ocean, there was a magnificent kingdom known as Aqualise. It was a realm filled with life, where vibrant coral reefs bloomed like underwater gardens and schools of colorful fish darted between the ancient pillars of long-sunken cities. At the heart of this ocean kingdom lived Queen Serafina, a powerful and wise mermaid whose beauty was said to rival the stars reflected on the ocean's surface during the darkest nights. Her long, shimmering tail gleamed with hues of silver and violet, and her hair flowed like currents of the ocean itself. Her eyes, the color of the deep sea, could see through both murky waters and the souls of those she met. She ruled her kingdom with kindness and wisdom, ensuring that all who lived in Aqualise thrived under her reign. Despite her strength and the love of her people, there was a void in Serafina's heart, a deep longing for someone who lived far from her kingdom. His name was Kale, a merman from the distant, rocky shallows of the northern seas. Unlike the strong swimmers of Aqualise, Kale was confined to the shallow waters where he lived. His fins were short, and he struggled to keep up with the waves. However, there was something about him that had captured Serafina's heart. He had a rugged charm, a smile that had once melted her heart, and a way with words that made her believe in the depths of their connection. Over time, Serafina began to dream of Kale more and more. She imagined a life where they could be together, where the distance between them didn't matter. Her love for him became so strong that she decided she would make the journey to see him, to bring a piece of her world to him. She wanted him to know that no matter his limitations, her love would always find a way. Before setting out, Serafina gathered treasures from the sea. From the deepest caves, she collected rare pearls that shimmered with a rainbow of colors. She dove into sunken shipwrecks to find ancient coins and jewelry, remnants of civilizations long forgotten by land dwellers. From her own kingdom, she gathered glistening corals, whose vibrant hues seemed to pulse with the energy of the sea itself. These treasures were not only rare but imbued with the magic of the ocean, a gift only a queen could bestow. With her treasures packed in a delicate shell satchel, Serafina embarked on the long journey to Kale's realm. She swam for days, her powerful tail cutting through the water as she crossed oceans, passing through underwater valleys and mountain ranges. She braved whirlpools and dodged predators, her heart set on reaching the man she loved. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Serafina arrived in Kale's realm. His home was a stark contrast to her vibrant kingdom. The waters were murkier, the corals duller, and the seabed was rocky and uneven. Kale himself was waiting for her, sitting on a large rock near the shore, watching as the waves gently lapped against the cliffs. His eyes widened when he saw her approach, and he quickly swam toward her, his movements slower and less graceful than hers. Serafina greeted him with a warm smile, her heart fluttering at the sight of him. "I have brought you gifts from my kingdom," she said, presenting the treasures she had carefully carried across the sea. "These are the finest pearls and corals, imbued with the magic of Aqualise. They are meant to bring you joy and strength." Kale's eyes gleamed as he looked over the treasures, but his smile was shallow. "You've outdone yourself, my queen," he said, though his words felt hollow. He accepted the gifts, but Serafina could sense a change in his demeanor. Something about the way he spoke made her feel uneasy, but she dismissed it, believing that love would eventually smooth over any cracks. For the next few days, Serafina stayed with Kale, helping him adjust to the powerful magic of the treasures. The pearls gave his realm a rare glow, illuminating the dark corners of the rocky seabed. The corals she brought began to breathe life into the dull underwater landscape, their vibrant colors spreading like wildfire. She believed that with time, Kale's heart would also grow closer to hers, that their love would blossom as the magic did. But Kale's heart was not where Serafina's was. Unbeknownst to her, Kale was already spending time with other mermaids. Though he had accepted Serafina's gifts, he used them to impress others. In the shallow waters near his home, he swam with other mermaids, enticing them with stories of his grand connections to Queen Serafina, while belittling her behind her back. He spoke of how she had traveled far to see him, how she had showered him with gifts, but he mocked her in front of them, calling her desperate and blind to the truth. Serafina, ever trusting, believed Kale was merely shy and needed time to open his heart fully. But soon, whispers began to reach her. Sea creatures spoke in hushed tones about Kale's betrayal, how he swam with other mermaids and mocked the very queen who had brought light to his life. Serafina couldn't believe it at first. How could Kale, the one she had loved so deeply, treat her this way? One fateful day, Serafina swam to the shallows where Kale often lingered. As she approached, hidden behind a large boulder, she saw him laughing and splashing with other mermaids. They wore the pearls and corals she had gifted him, laughing as Kale told them stories of how easily he had won the queen's favor. The sight of it broke her heart into a million pieces. With tears in her eyes, Serafina retreated to the deep sea, her mind spinning. She felt betrayed, foolish, and hurt. All her love, all her effort to bridge the distance between them, had been taken for granted. She had given him her heart, and in return, he had mocked her. In her sorrow, Serafina swam to a place few knew of, the Cavern of Echoes, where the voices of the ancient sea spirits could be heard. There, she sought counsel from the wise Athea, a sea turtle who had lived for centuries and was known for her boundless wisdom. "My heart is broken," Serafina told Athea, her voice shaking with grief. "I loved him, gave him the treasures of my kingdom, and all he did was mock me. What should I do?" Athea's voice was soft but filled with the weight of ancient knowledge. "Queen Serafina, you are the ruler of a great kingdom. You possess strength and beauty that Kale can never truly understand or appreciate. He has shown you who he truly is, a man who does not value your heart. You must reclaim your power, for it is not he who made you great, but your own spirit and kindness." Serafina listened, her sorrow slowly transforming into resolve. "You are right, Athea. I have given him too much of myself. It is time I take back what belongs to me." The next day, Serafina returned to Kale's realm, but this time with a different energy. She approached him while he was with the other mermaids, her presence commanding and powerful. Kale, sensing something had changed, tried to charm her, but Serafina was no longer swayed by his words. "Kale," she said, her voice calm but firm, "I gave you my love and my treasures, but you have shown me nothing but deceit and betrayal. You do not deserve the gifts I brought or the love I offered." With a wave of her hand, the magic of the ocean responded. The pearls, the corals, the jewels, all the treasures she had given him, lifted from the hands of the mermaids and returned to her. The vibrant colors faded from Kale's realm, the light disappearing with the treasures. Kale and the other mermaids watched in shock as the riches left them, leaving behind only the dull, rocky seabed once more. "I will no longer allow myself to be treated with such disrespect," Serafina declared. "You do not deserve my love, nor the treasures of Aqualise." Without another word, she turned and swam away, her heart lighter with each flick of her tail. The pain of betrayal still lingered, but Serafina knew that she was stronger for it. She had reclaimed her power and her worth, leaving behind those who could not see her value. Back in Aqualise, Serafina continued to rule with grace and wisdom. Her kingdom flourished, and her people adored her. She had learned a powerful lesson, that love should be given to those who cherish it, and not to those who take it for granted. And though her heart still longed for true love, she knew that one day, someone worthy would come into her life. Until then, she had her kingdom, her strength, and the knowledge that she was her own greatest treasure.
Wings Serafina, oh so bright in the sea, lost in the night. Her heart so pure now feels the pain. Kale's shadow like the rain. In the ocean deep and wide, Serafina's tears can't hide. Her beauty shining from the dark, but Kale's wounds left its mark. Oh, Serafina's question, tearing through her breaking skin. But Serafina's light won't fade. In the dark she'll find her way. Oh, Serafina, strong and free, a heart still beating in the sea. Rise above the stormy tides, let your spirit be your guide. Oh, Serafina, strong and free, a heart still beating in the sea. Rise above the stormy tides, let your spirit be your guide. Carol's words like waves crashed in, tearing through her breaking skin. But Serafina's light won't fade. In the dark she'll find her way. Oh, Serafina, strong and free, a heart still beating in the sea. Rise above the stormy tides, let your spirit be your guide. Oh, stars will shine to light your path, turn the pain to strength at last. Queen of waves will rule again, overcome the deepest pain. Serafina, strong and free, a heart still beating in the sea. Rise above the stormy tides, let your spirit be your guide.